One thing's for sure, folks, you have never seen gaming of this caliber in your life. Kebab versus Quarante8, with two salamanders staring each other down. You have never and will never see anything like it. Both of them exit. Scum dangerously spiking against a Bliss, taking the brunt of a Thunder Wave, and Quarante8 with a Fortress. This is interesting. Are we going to see a spin block attempt from Kebab? It's possible. Just goes for a peck, actually. Could that be a mix-up? No. Does not choose to go to Gengar or any other such spin blocker, aiming to beat down the Fortress as best as it can with these little pecks. Fortress appears to be very advantaged. Assuming there's no Gengar. Fortress has established 3 spikes on the field already. It's got a firm advantage here. And a peckless Scum is something you can take advantage of without Toxic, presumably. Exactly. Salamence can come in, threaten Fire Blast with spikes down. I mean, okay, now it makes a bit more sense why Kebab was more okay with accepting these 3 spikes, because Kebab does indeed have a rapid spinner. The defensive Starmie. And a Thunder Wave is a sensible choice. Could cripple an incoming Gengar potentially, but no, we don't see such a move. Quarante8's Blissey just full parried. If that was a Thunderbolt by Blissey, that would be disastrous, but no, simple Seismic Toss. So Starmie is loving life right now. Positive matchup here for Starmie. Can spin away these furry spikes pretty easily. Wall Blissey every day. Kebab just going for that good old full para chance or something else to keep Starmie at full health so it can come in the future and not worry about spikes as much. Now, does this Celebi have HP Fire? Quarante8's probably got to be careful and play around. It goes Blissey. And Kebab with it just a Leech Seed. Still, nothing revealed about this Celebi. Could easily have HP Fire. Calm Mind. Leech Seed, Calm Mind. Less likely to be able to fit HP Fire then. But what will we see here? A Baton Pass out to like a... Well, no, because we're full parried, but... A Baton Pass is still good here. Taking an HP Bug. Full para again would be terrible. It is HP Fire. Okay. Carmine, Leech Seed, HP Fire. And what is the last move? Another attack. A Giga Drain, perhaps. Stay in. Are you going to Giga Drain this? You're full parried. It probably did Giga Drain, but it didn't go through. Wow. Makes sense to sack Celebi at that point. It was very low. Might as well just click Giga Drain, do damage to this if it chooses to dance. But unfortunately, Kebab is now in a rough spot. Going for a pretty nice line there, going Metagross and then out to Salamence on the Earthquake. Lowering Tar's attack by 1. More mind games here. Quarante8 with a very intelligent second Dragon Dance. And are we going to see a Rock Slide on this Salamence? No. Kebab neutralizing the situation again, but now there's a mind game. We'll tie to Dragon Dance or just attack head on. Dances again. We're playing a dangerous game, folks. Are we going to snipe the Salamence this time? No. Are you going to dance again? I'm never going to dance again. And he stays this time with a Brick Break to Roar. Actually manages to stop that Tyranitar with a Roar. Amazing. That was a bold stay in. Quarante8 at any point could have just pulled the trigger on Rock Slide, but Kebab made it difficult with these Metagross Salamence mind games into finding the Roar. Amazing. And living the enemy's Dragon Claw, KOing back with a Dragon Claw of his own. That's also beautiful. One advantage to paralyze Scum is it can't be frozen by that Ice Beam ever. Can we establish a spike on the field? No. Unfortunate full para. If you just get 1 spike on the field here, though, you love that. Even 2 spikes, I mean, they're less... The second spike is less extra damage than the first spike, but it adds up, especially in these situations. I guess Blissey Swamp at Tyranitar. Tyranitar no leftovers. Every little bit of chip adds up, folks. Starmie probably 1v1s this Swampert pretty well, but Swampert actually doing a lot with Earthquake. Starmie probably a more speedy variant rather than defensively invested then. Some of them go up to 350 speed benchmark to outrun most Gengar sets and, you know, the 328 speed fellows. Sacrificing a bit of bulk to do so. Skarm, great entry point on the Earthquake, getting a vital bit of chip heal. That is more important than it looks, believe me. Getting even more chip heal here. Playing with fire with these para chances. Quarante8 went for an Ice Beam that time, though. Can we get the third layer? No. No third layer. I mean, para chance is 1 in 4. It's really high. Oh, Kebab. Quarante8 is trying to snipe this Celebi. Really trying. Kebab is keeping things very difficult. Go back Starmie on the pump, no problem. I just said problem. That's a non-word, folks. Forgive me. I'm a little tired. We're saying non-words. This is awkward. When Starmie's in these recover loop situations, sometimes Swampert can sneak in a crit. Starmie does win 1v1 in theory, but when Swampert can force these recover loops, it's a bit rough. Going for an Ice Beam freeze this time. Or trying to snipe the Celebi. And in comes Skarmory on an Ice Beam. Another attempt to get the Celebi. Another full para. Okay, this Skarm's been unlucky, but honestly, Kebab is still way ahead. And Kebab chose to take the Thunder Wave. We have to remember. Kebab chose to stay in against Blissey and take the Thunder Wave. So you reap what you sow a little bit. Skarmory has done good work this game. You can't be too mad about the para luck. And Giga Drain is honestly significant. That might be enough to put Celebi out of range of an Ice Beam from Blissey. And actually heal a significant amount back to 55. That's huge. Because now Celebi is healthy enough to take a Swampert Ice Beam. Probably 2 Swampert Ice Beams, to be honest. And even Salamence is about to literally heal 25% off this Leech Seed. Blissey choosing to take a Brick Break in order to Thunderwave Salamence. That might be worth it because Salamence is the main cleaner. But Quarante8, look at the Blissey is so low. It can eliminate Salamence. But now Blissey, at the cost of your Blissey. Is that worth it? It looks like Starmie could actually clean this game up with simple surfs. And Celebi getting every little bit of chip heal that matters. A little 3% or so on that Giga Drain. Now Metagross can come in safer. And Quarante8 didn't even go for the dance, just went for an HP bug. Metagross coming in at a great time. Probably just an Earthquake, to be honest, because it mid-grounds both, yes. 24 on the Swampert. Stepping on some spikes. In comes Blissey. Quarante8 desperate to hit this Celebi. The mere presence of Celebi is doing such mental damage. Now you go Celebi. You finally hit it. It's barely anything. Only 32. How much is that chip heal adding up? The Leech Seeds, the Giga Drains, and a straightforward Giga Drain just takes out Swampert. Quarante8 probably didn't have a great switch though. You can't exactly go Tyranitar. Tyranitar is probably your win condition. So Tyranitar can live 1 Giga Drain and get a dance here, but it's all up to Rock Slide flinch chances at this point. It's a hope and a prayer for Quarante8 to bring this back. Another dance, gone for something crazy. Celebi just goes for the straightforward Giga Drain though. I think Quarante8 probably needed a second Dragon Dance to outrun Starmie. Probably needed that. Maybe he was trying to catch an incoming Metagross, but Celebi happy to just sit in Giga Drain. And now Suicune last. Probably can't win. There's no way. Suicune last is good, but look how much Steam Kebab has. It's Leech Seeded the Suicune. That's a problem. Metagross has Explosion. Honestly, you can probably switch between Starmie and Blissey forever if you had to. Plus Carmine, Celebi. Let's go in Hyper Fast mode for this endgame. Celebi gonna probably just spam Carmines. Match the boosts. Only 2 more opportunities to Giga Drain because of pressure. But gonna go for it now. Calm Mind up on the rest turns. I don't think there's a world where Quarante8 can win this. Kebab, pretty sure, just has this one. I wonder... Shouldn't you just go to... I mean, it doesn't matter too much. Maybe this is safer to just use your Celebi while you have it. I was thinking you just go Metagross and explode while Suicune is resting, but you can't exactly predict the rest turns, maybe. Anyway. Game 2, Kebab. Quarante8. Skarm with a good lead matchup. Even if you Fire Blast, you're down. Oh, Kebab playing around Magneton, though. Instant switch to Magneton, that's good info. Might have still been worth to Spike turn 1, honestly. Just take the trap. Now, things get a bit rough because Mag could potentially... Oh, this is what you're going for. You're trying to sing the Magneton, making it safe for your Skarm. Sing Blissey is slightly unusual, but it's good. It's inaccurate, but Blissey can afford to just sit there and go for it until it hits because Blissey's so bulky. Generally, inaccurate moves are better on bulkier Pokemon. They have more opportunities to hit. And wow, this is a really nice way to play this matchup. Trapping the Magneton while it's going for the Sing, the Wake-Ups. And now Skarmory is literally completely safe. So my mistake, folks. The conventional wisdom of spiking turn 1, which most of the time most players would do that. Kebab was more conservative with this. Played around the Mag, managed to eliminate the Mag. Now Skarm is totally safe. And wow, that's a bulky dog primed to live an Ice Beam. So this could be closer than we thought, despite the excellent opener from Kebab. Without Blissey, something like that Zapdos or more special threats in the back could tear this team apart. It's 100% possible. And are you taking the... I agree with taking the Thunderbolt just to Toxic this. I agree with that because Skarm could chip heal a lot. Especially against Doug. And this Zapdos, it's a bit hard to nail down Zapdos without Blissey. And without good switch-ins. And Zapdos will never stay. You can't Spike Chip it. It's flying type. So I agree with this. And you do have a Claydol. Claydol is nice to have here. It's quite specially bulky. It will help you fill the gap of Blissey a little bit. But that Doug sack is going to allow in something with momentum. It's Tyranitar. Okay. Interesting. I was actually expecting like a Suicune to come in, but Tyranitar is down to just take these Earthquakes and try to... So Quarante8 is thinking that Claydol is enough of a problem to go for this little 1v1 situation, this Gambit, as if it were. Alright. Gonna roar out Suicune. That's that's an epic roar outcome. You've roared in your own death warrant. Zapdos gets an entry point, but it's on death's door with this Toxic. In comes Gengar on the HP Grass. You know what? Genius. Genius. An offensive Gengar Ice Punch to finish this off, but if Quarante8 HP Grassed again there, that would have been a gamer moment. That's a hard play to make, though. That's a difficult play to make. Thunderbolt? We're gaming. I respect it. You get the power to boot. You got one more turn on this Zapdos. I think you HP Grass. No. It might not have KO'd Gengar from there. True. Alright, no worries. So Zapdos, despite being basically deceased, managed to get it, squeeze a little bit more value. But Kebab arguably still ahead. We don't know what's last for Quarant. Could be Snorlax would be nice. Would make sense with the team too. You need a special wall. Mag support makes sense. Is it Snorlax last? And a Hydro Pump dodge is not what you want. You're behind and you're getting kicked while you're down. Kebab making spikes. Maybe trying to play around a Snorlax last. Chip it a little bit more. Calm Mind up here. Try and get as strong as possible to hit the Snorlax, if there is one. It's probably what you should be thinking about. You should think about, how can I lose? Snorlax is a way that you could lose, for sure. And is it Snorlax? It's Salamence. Which is also actually kind of a problem. If this happens to not be Ice Beam Suicune, which... It's not. I think Quarante8 wins. I think Quarante8 wins this. Yeah, I think that's it. Wow, the Salamence last did it. That was so close. Alright. Game 3, down to the wire. Fighting for their tournament life. For a top 16 spot and another Medi. Not trying to risk the Zapdos lead matchup situation. Dynamic Punch Jirachi. That's a mixed option you can run, but it's obviously high risk, high reward. 50% accuracy, but 100% confusion chance. And just gonna go for it again on Snorlax. It's good because it hits Blissey, Snorlax, Tyranitar, which are all of your best switch-ins when you're Jirachi. That thwarted Snorlax pretty well, but wow. Wakes out of confusion and returns of that Zapdos from massive damage. So not so bad, honestly. Back to Snorlax. Back to Jirachi. I wonder if... I was going to say, I wonder if you go Salamence once, then back Snorlax. But no, just Earthquake. Quarante8 likes the odds. 50% chance to miss. 50% chance to hit through confusion. Probably higher chance to actually hit a Jirachi with that Earthquake than not. Definitely. Go Medi on the Tyranitar. Ah, well, you love being in this situation. Blissey's forced out. Substitute up to scout what the enemy does. And now Medi is in a fantastic position. Shadow Ball just doesn't KO after Sand. Starmie on... Wait, it does. It rounds up or something. I thought that was... Sand is like 6.25. Sometimes with odd health numbers it rounds up or some weird quirks and such. Just gets this KO on Starmie. Medi. High value gaming. This Magneton is having some unfortunate luck. That's a massive crit. Look at 42 on Blissey. Wow. Blissey needs to heal now. Or it's going to remain dangerously low. I guess you heal now. But you get Parrot to boot. Okay. Magneton could actually just KO Blissey randomly. If this full powers again. Okay, Blissey does get the heal. My gosh. Medi entry point on the soft boiled. Okay, will Blissey do something crazy and toss the sub? It's possible. No, you just go Rachi. And a simple Brick Break, no problem. I think Jirachi would be faster. Yes, it's forced out. We're exiting. You go for the Ice Punch at 2 hits mag anyway, sure. That actually earns you an extra chip heal, which is actually, honestly, quite relevant. You were so low. Extra 6.25. Might be the difference maker. Salamence is faster. So you have to exit. And... Blissey does threaten Thunder Wave, but Medi has Lumberry and it's consumed here to get a one final entry point, and Medi is just getting so much value. It KO'd a whole Starmie, it's pressuring Jirachi, forcing out Blissey. Zapdos can come in and force it out now, but I wonder if Medi just sacks at this point to enable a safe entry point for it. No, it's faster! And it just KOs with Shadow Ball from here. Marowak for Kebab. Wow, that's a cool choice. This is like one of those Paraspam teams. Marowak goes for a Rock Slide to mid-ground Salamence. That's sensible. Okay. And a Mash will KO Blissey. Blissey's going for a Miracle at this point. Oh, CB Earthquake. That also KOs, obviously. Tarkin. Tarkin still go for a Miracle. You think you can live a CB Earthquake and dance up? You got a Hidden Power Bug. That's not gonna be it. And Quarante8 takes it. That was an epic set. That was so close. I mean, this game didn't look that close actually, but the set was close. That was exciting. It was epic. Thank you for bringing such cool teams. Thinking of the viewers at home. We love it. Thank you to everyone who has donated to the tournament. Congratulations to Quarante8 for progressing to top 16. Kebab, thank you for playing. Very great performance. Well done. I'll see you all in the next one.